Now, one thing, if you look at the Cowboys schedule, you might get a little sticker shock because you see 4 Thursday night games. But remember, whether they win or lose, we're still talking about the Cowboys, right? So you're not talking 3 of those 4 games that are Thursday night. The first one is an opener against the Eagles, right? Where the Cowboys are a 7-point underdog on the road at Philly. But that is, you see the schedule right there, that is an NBC game, okay? So that's not really your traditional Thursday night, okay? Then the other Thursday night, let's fast forward, the next Thursday, Thanksgiving, November 27th versus the Chiefs. Obviously, that'll be the later afternoon game, 3:30, CBS. So we get Romo and Nance, which is awesome, right? So you get Romo and Nance, 3:30 on Thanksgiving, Chiefs and Cowboys. I mean, can we wait for that? Do we have to wait? Can we play it right away? Patrick Mahomes back in Texas, very cool game there. Then there is one Thursday night. So after that Thanksgiving Day game, the next they play a week after on a Thursday. That is against the Lions in Detroit. That's going to be a 7:15. That is Amazon Prime. So that'll be Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. I mean, if you can figure out how to get on Amazon, those guys will take care of the rest. I could listen to Al all the time. I heard a story yesterday from a guy who's a director for many, many years. We were talking, a guy that I've worked with before at ESPN, and he's not a huge fan of Al Michaels. I heard some stories that bum you out, dude. You know what? Don't go digging for stories about your heroes. I mean, again, we're about to talk to Keith O'Brien about Pete Rose. So that December 4th game, Lions, that's Amazon Prime. And then Thursday, Christmas, that's the other Thursday game they play at the Commanders. That's a noon kick, and that'll be on Netflix. So everybody hold your breath for that one. Let's hope we don't have another Jake Paul scenario where we're glitching up, because let's be very real about this. The Cowboys playing on Christmas is different than any other team playing on Christmas, right? Like if there's an NFL team that could crash the internet with its fan base, it's the Cowboys. So that'll be an interesting experimentation in Netflix moving further down the line. Redskins and Cowboys, that's on Christmas on Netflix. A couple other big games. The Cowboys are on national television all the time. They played that first game against the Eagles on September 4th. And then the following Sunday, right? Not the next Sunday, the following Sunday on the 14th, they'll play the Giants. That's 3:25 Fox. Okay. So that's Tom Brady. Which by the way, that has become, and I love Kevin Burkhardt, but that's become my least favorite crew of the big time crews. Scotty, you got something?
No, I was commenting earlier this week when we talked about Michael Jordan that Brady hasn't been very good yet. So I kind of love that you said that.
Well, he's getting there, but it's unfortunately for him,
new profession.
Yeah, totally. And he's unfortunately he auditions in front of however many millions upon millions of people every week. So then you got the Packers on the 28th. That's a Sunday as well. You're at home again. And that's an NBC game. So that's Mike Tirico and Collinsworth again. A couple other big games on CBS and Fox. The Commanders on the 19th, again at home. Fox 3:25. That again will be Burkhardt and Brady. And then this is a cool one. On the 26th, the Cowboys are at Denver. That's CBS 3:25. That's Romo, which is cool. That's Nance and Romo. And then you have a couple Monday night games back to back. So you have. And the reason we say back-to-back is November 3rd, they're against Arizona, at home again. And so that's Buck and Aikman, the first Buck and Aikman game, Monday Night Football. Then there's a bye, okay, on the 10th, November 10th, which is a great place to get your bye. I love that. Then on the 17th, they play the Raiders, and they go on the road to Vegas. But that, again, is Buck and Aikman. So that's cool in itself, right? You get back-to-back big-time Monday Night Football games. And then after that is the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. And another big game, December 14th, they play the Vikings Sunday night. So you look here, you got, as far as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of their 17, I guess, or 16 regular season games are, going to be in some way, shape, or form, the whole country's going to be watching, which is no surprise when you're talking about the Cowboys. But the question now is, is this going to be a team that gets a lot of eyeballs watching it and sells a lot of jerseys but doesn't win? Or are they actually going to win this season? Swingler, let's get your take. Instant reaction to the Cowboys schedule release.
We're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah. Barry the Truth said earlier he sees 8-10 as a best case. I see like 2.5 guaranteed wins on the schedule. I see a lot of it's either great or ascending teams the whole way. Just look at the back end after the bye. Just look after the bye.
Yeah.
The worst team you're playing is the Raiders, who we all think are going to improve pretty significantly with Carroll, Genty, Geno Smith. I think we're all pretty confident the Raiders are going to be improved.
Yeah.
And the only other team that you would think Cowboys would be favored against are the Giants, but who knows what the Giants are going to be by week 18 if Jackson Dart stays healthy. I mean, I don't know that they're going to be good or not, but you've got that stretch: Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders. The Cowboys are not going to be favored in any of those games.
Wow, we don't know yet. That's a little extreme.
What do you mean we don't know yet?
That's a little extreme.
Which of those teams in that run are in a worse roster position and coaching situation right now?
Well, you're moving towards the end of the year. For all we know, the Cowboys will come out, beat the Eagles, beat the Giants, and beat the Bears. They could be 3-0.
Buddy.
The Giants suck. The Bears, we don't know.
Okay, I agree. There's no shot the Cowboys win week 1 against the Eagles.
Look, all I'm saying is, if there's a good time to play the Eagles, that is the time. That is the time.
Well, listen.
They're celebrating the Super Bowl, right? Yeah.
The front end of your schedule is not bad. Giants could be favored. Bears could be favored. We're not going to beat the Packers. Jets, you should be favored. Panthers, you should be favored. And then after that.
Yeah, Scotty, but I think you're missing.
Broncos are good.
But you're missing my point. And yes, you're right. The Broncos on the road. But if you can, after the Panthers, the Panthers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6th game into your season. If you can be 4-2, right? Let's say you lose to the Packers and lose to the Eagles, but you beat the Giants, the Cowboys, the Jets, and the Panthers.
If you're 4-2 after that stretch, you might finish the season 6-11.
Oh,
you might get the Cardinals and you might get the Giants again. But
you guys are so screwed up by what's happening. There's so much trauma.
Cowboys are so screwed up. They are.
There's so much trauma connected to Cowboys fans that you guys can't even give.
Let's do it this way. I think this is a good way to do it too. It's something Colin Cowherd does that I think is actually that is pretty smart. Compare the starting quarterbacks of each of these teams to Dak Prescott. The Cowboys
Prescott with a new weapon, by the way. Mr. Pickens is in town. Dak Prescott with a new weapon.
Still potentially no running back 1, by the way.
Yeah.
So which Dak Prescott's best seasons all came when Zeke was in his prime.
Okay.
So you probably have a better quarterback than New York. You have a better quarterback than Chicago. You have a better quarterback than New York. You have a better quarterback than Carolina. And from there, I don't know.
Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix.
Dak is not better than Bo Nix. He's not better than Kyler Murray.
Oh, come on. He's better than Kyler Murray.
He's about on the same level as Geno Smith.
He's better than Kyler Murray, and he's better than Geno Smith, dude.
Are we sure?
Yeah, yes. I'm positive, dude.
Right,
don't start handing out participation trophies to Geno Smith.
Participation trophies.
I mean, the fact that Geno Smith is actually
the playoffs.
The fact that Geno Smith is actually contributing in the NFL does not mean that he's better than Dak Prescott. Okay, that doesn't mean that. And now,
an idea for a segment tomorrow.
And now you've got the Raiders and the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, look, I Mahomes, of course, the Lions. Okay, who's the Lions quarterback? Help me out. It's escaping me. Jared Goff. Sorry. Jared Goff is not. He didn't set the world on fire. Dak could be better than him.
No,
he could.
He can't.
Yeah.
Jared Goff has played in a Super Bowl and led the best offense in the NFL.
Okay, his team scored 9 points in the Super Bowl. They stunk.
How many points has Dak Prescott's team scored in the Super Bowl, Pete?
Okay.
Hey, Bear the Truth agrees with you, by the way.
Okay, thank you, Bear the Truth. Thank you.
But Bear the Truth obviously agrees with me if he says best case is 8 wins here.
By the way, speaking of Bear the Truth and his interaction during our shows, thank you to everybody. Maybe you're watching this on some kind of clip or a video we put up on YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody, for liking, subscribing, and
We're
commenting.
Almost 10K.
Yeah, almost 10,000. Bear the Truth. Guys like you and Scotty B has been part of the Army forever. That's pretty damn cool. And it's really cool to have people join us every day live.